It's not real. And God says, listen, bottom line, that pride, that perfectionism, and that ego, it doesn't make them look like they think they look. Hello, hello, and welcome to Prophetic Diary. My name is Tiny. If you're not already a faithful subscriber, click on the subscribe button. All of the valuable services that will take your life to the next level are down in the description box. If you go to keywinassist.com under services, you can find out where we meet in our EXP Masterclass. It's going to be taking place this Saturday. I'm so excited. I'm going to teach you how to network your business, your ministry, your life, make connections in person, online. Down in the description box is how you can sign up for that. Grab your package and you'll get your free ebook that you can take with you everywhere and share with others. Also, we have our one-on-one coaching calls with myself. I'll take you on as your personal life coach. We can build that business, build that website that you've been dreaming about. And last but definitely not least, we have our PD Society Circles where we meet every single Sunday. And this is where it's a classroom setting and we go deep into the things that you must know about your life and the things operating in your life and around your life. That, you're like, I've been stuck in the same pattern, the same rut. We break off generational curses. We talk about spirits. And this Sunday, we're going to be talking about how to hear from God. Because a lot of people I talk to on my one-on-ones, they believe that they're hearing from God, but they're hearing from familiar spirits. So I don't want that to be you. So sign up for our PD Society Circles as well. I gave me a really amazing word. And on the Daily Bread videos, we talk a lot about kingdom marriage, but there's always a message inside of a message here at Prophetic Diary. So, but this is a kingdom marriage word, and it's going to come from Proverbs 29:25. And this is when your spouse has fear of man versus fear of God, right? That perfectionism, that ego, and everything. And it says, fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. One more. Matthew 23:27. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like the whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of bones of the dead and every unclean thing. And what God is trying to say is that a lot of these spouses, they really try to clean themselves up on the outside, and we don't know why. Maybe this come from, you may not know why, but it may come from their childhood or a parent or someone in their life who put a lot of pressure on them to be perfect, maybe straight A's, and they were really hard on them growing up and didn't give them that chance to be vulnerable and be themselves and grow how God wanted them to grow. So they grow up and they're perfectionists and they try to get everything right in life. But we know that we just can't do that, right? And it leads to pride, and professionalism block love and repentance. It starts to block so many good things in their life because they might want to love you, but the perfectionism feels like, well, if I come to her, I have this fear of judgment that she's going to judge me. So they want to make it seem like they have everything so cleaned up on the outside, but it takes away from the authentic side of them, right? And it stops them and you and them in the relationship from growing together because it's not real. And emotionally, they're hiding and masking everything, right? And it takes a lot for them to control this image and keep up this image, and it just really becomes draining because you never know them, and it can make you feel so lonely because you're like, I don't know them because they don't share, they're kind of quiet, they don't open up because they're so worried about what others will think about them, and they avoid important conversations, they avoid certain atmospheres and environments because they don't want to admit that they're human or admit their faults or admit that they make mistakes as well. So I don't know who this word is for, but I know it's helping someone out today, right? And then they have these impossible standards that they want you to meet and they have for themselves. And you feeling neglected, you feeling unappreciated, you feeling like you're not good enough because of these standards. This perfectionism is just like, what are we doing, right? And then all of you guys' intimacy is replaced with performance. So they're buying you things, they're taking you out, they're spending time with you, and they're loving on you, but it's all performance based because they want to appear so flawless. because it's all performance. So when you bring something up about maybe they did or something they could change, it becomes so transactional, and it's just like, oh my goodness. But it's blocking the ego, their ego. It's blocking healing, it's blocking growth, right? They can't admit their mistakes or forgiveness and all of these things, and it stalls. It stalls the growth. It creates 101 conflicts, and you just get so tired because there's no affection, because it's not real. And God says, listen, bottom line, that pride, that perfectionism, and that ego, it doesn't make them look like they think they look, right? It doesn't make them look good, because over time it's just gonna mess the relationship up and cause a bunch of misunderstandings and whatever. And God is calling them to say, like, look, don't be like the Pharisees and Matthew, where you all polished up on the inside, but on the inside you're corroding because you miss your woman, you miss your man, because no one wants to be around you. No one knows you. Saul, because Saul even said in 1 Samuel 15:24, then Saul said to Samuel, I have sinned. I violated the Lord's command and instructions. I was afraid of the men, and so I gave in to them. And he don't want, he's afraid what people might say about you and his relationship, or his and her, or she's afraid of what, people might say about the relationship. They're so worried about what other people think that they're literally missing out on an opportunity to grow and change and heal. They're missing out on an opportunity to build and do something greater with their life, just like Saul, all because of what men said. So we don't want our spouses to miss out on opportunities like Saul did, worrying about what men care about and giving in to men. All right, so hope that this word brought you some encouragement, something to pray about, something to cover for your spouse, whether you know who your spouse is or not, something that you just want to pray about, that ego and that perfectionism, right? That they can get rid of that hard external shell of being polished and perfect. None of us is perfect. All of us have struggles. We're all dealing with a little something, right? So God be the glory. If you can relate to this, put down in the description box, I can relate. Let me know I'm not alone. Somebody's saying, I can relate, down in that description box. Like the video, share if you feel led to get into it. Hashtag perfectionism gone. Perfectionism gone. I love you all. See you on the live a little later. Sign up for the EXP Masterclass. You won't be disappointed. God bless.